Hello and a very warm welcome back to the channel. Today we have our 11th weekly gold and silver price update where we have a look at what's been happening to the prices of precious metals in this past week. So without any further ado, let's get on with the show. Yeah, so I thought I would mix things up a little bit this week, and I'm actually going to start doing the gold and silver price updates as their own video instead of doing them as part of the weekly stack charts. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. One of them being that it does make the video quite a long video for me to edit and render, and it has been taking up quite a bit of my time. So I think it's going to be a lot easier for myself going forward just to do them as two smaller videos. And just secondly, I just thought it deserved its own video, really. It is its own topic, and it is quite different to the rest of the video. So I thought it would be better placed to have its own video going forward. So that being the case, as I say, from now on, we'll just be doing the gold and silver price updates as their own entity. Okay, so first up, as usual, if we take a look at the price of gold, what we can see is there has been a further decline of gold of £13 and 1 pence, and the current price per ounce is currently sitting at £1,586 and 59 pence. So what I would normally be saying right now is we have definitely seen a steady decline in the price of gold over the last few weeks, where it's gone from 16,1862 to 15,9960 and now 15,8659. Now I will, as per usual, put a little graph on screen here for you all to see. But one thing you can see is there definitely has been quite a bit of volatility with gold, with the price starting as predicted last week, with it hovering just above and below the £1,600 mark. However, as you'll see on the 25th of April, we did see quite a dramatic increase of the price of gold, where it reached almost as high as £16.20 per ounce. Now, unfortunately, that was short-lived, and we can see that price did come tumbling down over the 26th, to it falling once again below the 1600 mark. But again, on the 27th, we did see the prices increase, and we did see a little bit of hovering above and below 1600. But again, it has fallen and did continue to show a general decline in the price over the week. Now, that being the case, what I would normally be suggesting is that we would continue to see a steady decrease in the price of around £15 a week, with that being what we've seen on average for the last couple of weeks now. However, with there being big news this weekend, with it being reported that the First Republic Bank will be looking to go into FDIC receivership this weekend. Now, FDIC stands for Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. And what FDIC receivership means is it's basically the same thing as what we would refer to as administration over here in the UK, where the company is basically closed down and an external party goes in to oversee the closing down of the company and the selling off of assets, basically just to recover what they can do from a failing company. So that once again puts into question on how secure the banks actually are at keeping your money. So with that being the case, I do think it's possible that we might see a couple of mini bank runs over the next week or two, which could possibly lead to actually a turnaround in the price of gold. And I actually believe, and remember, I am no financial advisor, and this is all just based on my opinion, but I do believe with the closing down of First Republic, we are going to see a little spike in gold, and it is like we are going to see the prices start heading back upwards over the course of the next week or so. But again, as always, that is definitely going to be interesting to see what happens, and I will definitely keep you all updated next week as to where we are with the current price of gold. Okay, brilliant. Now, so if we take a look at silver and what's been happening with the price of that this week, once again, exactly the same as gold, we have seen a steady decrease in the price of silver, as the current price of silver is currently sitting at £20 and 2 pence, which is a further loss of 24 pence from last week. Now, again, exactly the same as gold, that has shown a steady decrease over the last couple of weeks. However, in this case with silver, it was a decrease of around 25 pence per week. So just looking at the prices and what they've been doing over the last couple of weeks, that would again normally suggest that we would be looking into a slowdown in the prices and a correction in regards to the high spikes we saw in prices around the middle of March. Okay, so again, normally that would lead me to believe that we would see a further decrease in price going forwards. Now, I did say last week that I predict the price of silver perhaps going back down to £19 per ounce. I do still believe that if it hadn't been in light of recent events, that would probably still be the case, and we would continue to have seen a further decline in the price of silver to probably around the £19 per ounce mark. However, once again, with the closure of the First Republic Bank, it is very likely that we are going to see that lead to a small spike in the price of silver, as is generally the kind of thing you will see happening once you've got this kind of issues with the bank. People will get a lot more wary with the banks. They will look for other options to store their money, and one of the first go-to options normally in this kind of situation would be precious metals. So that will probably lead to a spike in people buying both gold and silver, and again will in turn lead to a spike in the prices. However, once again, I cannot stress that I am not a financial advisor, and this is solely based on my opinion. However, that being said, I do definitely think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with silver going forwards. Okay, so that's it with the movement of the prices. Now, it's a very difficult one, this one, because we are seeing outside factors that will definitely have some kind of impact in the prices of precious metals. So it may be of interest to people to try and buy now to outbuy the spike. However, I do think we're going to see a spike in the price quite quickly. So it may be better off holding right now and just seeing what happens with the prices. I'm certainly going to be holding myself. And as you may have seen on the channel recently, I am definitely looking to buy more numismatic silver pieces than the standard bullion. Now, the price of numismatics isn't that affected by the rise and the fall of the spot price. So regardless of the price of silver, it normally stays around the same price. And that's only because you pay so much of a premium on the numismatic pieces that the actual intrinsic value is pretty swallowed up within that. They have a larger numismatic value than the precious metals within them. So again, I bought a few of the older coins and, items that I would be expecting to pay a bit of a premium on anyway. With regards to the bullion, I am basically just buying the one standard Britannia a month. I'm not going to be looking to purchase any more than that of the standard silver Britannias. But definitely do let me know where you stand in the comments below. Are you going to be buying or selling, or like me, are you going to be holding for the time being? I do see that a lot of people are currently holding right now. And I do say, with the market being as volatile as it is, it's never a bad idea just to hold and see where things are going. The market is looking very volatile right now, and especially with gold, which appears to be even more volatile than silver over the last few weeks. We have definitely been seeing a much more steady and level increase and decrease with silver, whereas gold is, it's been up a couple of weeks, down a couple of weeks, up a couple of weeks, down a couple of weeks, whereas silver, we've seen a much more steady incline. And now over the last couple of weeks, a much more steady decline. But again, I do think the news with the banking systems is going to have a big effect on that personally. And I do personally think that we will see prices rise a bit going forwards. But again, let me know your opinion on that in the comments, and what you think is going to happen with the price of gold and silver going forward over the next week. I would definitely be very interested to find out what your opinions are on that. But that being the case, that's probably it for me this week. I will definitely look to keep you updated with another gold and silver price update next weekend. But until then, as always, keep stacking, take care, and goodbye.